What's up, Marcia? Thank you. The original cartoon that we couldn't watch. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Appreciate y'all joining. Cheers. What's up, Shaq? What's good, man? Shout out to the December baby, Shaq in this thing. Also, shout out to one of the coolest kids on the internet, Lil Zane. Money. All right, guys. Let's turn down Mr. Smoke. All right, caffeine addicts, welcome back to the Coffee Bar with your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee. Today we got a show for you guys. Oh, okay. I'm not mad at that. You barely missed the December, but you know, we good. We love you too. We got a show for you guys today, mostly movies, lesser shows this time around. And one thing that I did get excited about coming up, that is coming up, I was able to go ahead and check out the preview or the little teaser trailer for the new Mortal Kombat movie that is going to be coming out on HBO Max very, very soon. I got excited because I had got wind that for one reason or another it got canceled, but the good news is it has not. I will include the link on how you can watch that preview in the comments right after the show. And of course, you can always catch me on my YouTube channel, Drink More Coffee. So please share the video and get back to me, guys, and let me know what you all think. I saw the preview and I got excited. It did mention my homie. It said it did mention by name specifically in the preview, Hanzo Hasashi, better known to most people as Scorpion. So that makes me feel a lot better. Makes me feel like they're gonna give Scorpion and Sub-Zero the just due, and they're just not gonna be henchmen in the movie. What's up, cuz? They're not just gonna be henchmen in the movie like in the first movie. Now, I did like the first movie. I did like what they actually the Scorpion fight. Scorpion fight is actually one of my favorite fights of the movie. Scorpion and Johnny Cage, and then I guess my best overall fight was Reptile and Liu Kang, because man, Reptile gave him the business. What's up, cuz? What's up? What's happening? But in any case, the good news is the new movie is coming out. Now, the only thing that I am afraid of, what's up, Fred? The only thing that I am afraid of is I don't know if a lot of you guys checked it out, but I do want to let you all know that there is a movie out. It's a cartoon animated WB feature, which they are the ones that are over the DC animated universe as well. They came out with a movie earlier this year called Scorpion's Revenge. It's a Mortal Kombat movie, and man, it is brutal. I talked about it in one of my earlier episodes, but so I'm not going to go too far into it. But the reason I bring it up is because WB did put out a Suicide Squad cartoon movie called Assault on Arkham, and it was, to me personally, better than the Suicide Squad movie itself. Now, don't get me wrong, love Will Smith, I love Margot Robbie in that movie, but outside of that, it was just man to me. And the Assault on Arkham, which is a cartoon movie, check that out, and then check out the Suicide Squad movie. You'll see the big difference, and I promise you'll enjoy it a lot more than you did the Suicide Squad movie. Now, the Suicide Squad movie wasn't terrible to me, like most people say, but it was not better than the cartoon movie. So I'm hoping the Mortal Kombat movie itself does do justice, and it is actually better than Scorpion's Revenge. I enjoy Scorpion's Revenge. I put a lot of people on it that's in my circle. If y'all haven't checked them out, what's up, Evelyn? You know, I got my drink ready. I owe y'all one too, man. I made a cool drink for you guys today, but I could not get it right. I've been experimenting with it, but don't worry, I will get it right, and I will get it to happen for you guys. So I owe you guys a cool drink. This is just a regular sea breeze, so cranberry juice and whatnot. But I do owe you guys a drink. So stay tuned. I owe you guys a drink. But in any case, make sure y'all share the video. The more views, the better for me, the better for you all. I can make this a little bit better for you guys. So we'll kind of continue on. So like I was talking about, I'm just hoping that the new Mortal Kombat movie is actually better than the actual Scorpion Revenge cartoon movie. Check them out. I'm actually gonna leave a link in the comments where you all can kind of see the preview for Scorpion's Revenge, and then also see the preview for the Mortal Kombat movie. It just dropped like this weekend, so y'all check it out. Let me know what y'all think. It got me hyped because it did mention Hanzo Hasashi, so that part right there got me. What's up, Rachel? What's up? What's up? I got work people in here and everything. Cool. Y'all make sure y'all share this and tell people to subscribe to the channel, because if y'all missed some of it today or y'all can't stay in the room, which I definitely understand, I do post the video from the live on my YouTube channel the very next day, so y'all can leave comments and talk to me there. Also, y'all can always inbox me. I have a lot of people that inbox me on things they would like me to check out, and I definitely do that. So y'all just let me know what's going on. Moving forward, we got CW actually just dropped information that they are actually gonna be making a the channel is Drink More Coffee, Marcia. It's called Drink More Coffee. It's on YouTube. Actually, it comes up pretty easily nowadays. But yeah, Drink More Coffee. Check it out, and then share it if you don't mind. Make sure you share the link. I'm always on there. Every week I drop an episode. What's up, Valencia? How you doing, sweetheart? So yeah, the CW is actually dropping a Superman and Lois series. It's gonna be starting the guy that actually plays Superman in the Supergirl series, and he was kind of guest starring in and out of there. But now he does have his own show, and I'm interested to see where it goes. It's from what I understand, they are gonna be actually heading back to Smallville to handle some business, and it looks like they're gonna be running across some of Superman's old high school people and things of that nature. So I'm pretty interested to see how they're gonna take this. Smallville and Lois and Clark are like two big hitters, so this Superman and Lois is gonna have to come with it, because Smallville definitely kind of changed the landscape for CW for a long time, and then of course you had Lois and Clark, which was definitely, in my eyes, a really good series as well. So I'm gonna leave the link on where they're talking about that, and they will we'll see how that goes. It's actually gonna be dropping in 2021, so that's actually pretty exciting for us. And so as far as previews goes, we got a lot of things coming out from Warner Brothers. They have a little contention with I want to say it's Lionsgate. Don't quote me on that. I will correct myself if it's not. But Warner Brothers did go ahead and drop, or say that they were going to drop a lot of these movies on HBO Max, which is good for us. Definitely good for us. And we'll talk about the one that just dropped this past weekend at the end of the show. But what ended up happening was they didn't let the other company or producers actually know that they were going to be dropping everything on HBO Max. Now, Warner Brothers is trying to get HBO Max off the ground. It's not struggling, but it's definitely not where Netflix. And what's up, Daniel? Happy belated, by the way. So they did drop it on. They did say that they were going to drop a lot of stuff on HBO Max. However, the thing about that is they didn't let anybody that they have joint producers with at all. And so the money that they put into it, they may not make back, even though HBO Max will be getting subscribers, because more people are going to want to subscribe to see these movies on their day. So basically, Valencia, long story short is Godzilla versus King Kong. Warner Brothers actually helps produce it, right? And what Warner Brothers did is they said they were going to drop a lot of movies in 2021 on HBO Max. Now, anybody that's partnered with them, they didn't let them know. So I want to say it's Lionsgate, but do not quote me on that. I want to say it's Lionsgate that helps. If anybody can find that real quick for me and let me know. But I want to say it's Lionsgate that helps with, or Legendary. That's what it is. Legendary is actually the one who helped make King Kong versus Godzilla. And so they're kind of perturbed because they weren't let know about this whole thing being dropped on HBO Max. What's good? What's good? And so they may not make their money back that they invested into the movie. So that's the issue right now. And there are several other production companies that were in joint ventures with Warner Brothers that weren't let know that, hey, we're going to be going ahead and dropping this on HBO Max as well as in the movies. So moving forward, speaking on HBO Max and movies, I was going to talk about this at the end of the show, but I'm actually go ahead and talk about it right now. Let me take a drink beforehand though. So, Wonder Woman 84 dropped this weekend. And at first, you know, I was seeing Certified Fresh, blah, 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 blah. This is a good movie. And then it took maybe a day, because it dropped on Christmas. It took maybe a day, and I started seeing stuff on my social media. As a matter of fact, one of my good friends from college that follows me and loves seeing what I do here, she actually even told me I owe her the explanation on what's going on. She did not enjoy the movie at all. Shout out to Clarissa. But I saw a lot of people say they did not enjoy the movie. They felt like it was anywhere from man to boring. And I do want to go ahead and give my opinion on it. I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, and a little bit of the nerdy real quick. I got that from Black Nerd Comedy. Y'all check him out on YouTube. But in any case, it wasn't it wasn't bad to me. Now, I know that sounds bad that I have to say it wasn't that terrible. It wasn't as bad as people are making it out. I will say that. It wasn't as gripping as the first one was. I will say that as well. Now, the things that I did like the switcheroo that they had where her and Steve Trevor, aka Chris Pine, Wonder Woman and Chris Pine actually basically reverse roles, where in the first movie he was kind of trying to show her how the world worked, and then it wasn't Meg. It wasn't at all. But so I definitely like that. I definitely like the fact the visuals were absolutely wonderful, just like in the first one. I love that the visuals were bright and beautiful. The ending was really nice. I like the I know a lot of people were complaining about her doing the lasso on the clouds or the lasso on the lightning. The visual of that actually looked really well done. Even though I'm like, what is she attaching to? But that's okay. It's comic books, guys. It's comic books in movies. Stop trying to make it make sense. She's lassoing. Spider-Man shoots his webs, and he doesn't always have, which was a funny thing that they included, where he had to run in Homecoming. He had to run because he didn't have anything to attach to. They made a joke about that. But mostly, honestly, guys, the visuals were absolutely wonderful. I enjoyed actually watching what was going on. I love the relationship between her, Steve Trevor, Gal Gadot. Of course, she's beautiful, so that was pretty good to look at as well. So I actually even like the story of, there are no shortcuts. That's basically the meaning behind everything. There aren't any shortcuts. You need to work hard for what you get. So I definitely liked that. I do not disagree with you, Meg. I definitely like the progression of Cheetah. I like the storytelling for Cheetah. I like the storytelling for Maxwell Lord. Actually, he was a bad guy in the Supergirl series. He was one of the main antagonists for that series. They brought him over to Wonder Woman. I even like the way they even showed his backstory. It wasn't exposition where he's just shouting to the top of his lungs, he was poor, blah, blah, blah. They kind of showed you. I wish they had shown it more so earlier, to be honest, instead of at the end, kind of showing you why he is the way he is. You'll have to watch it to check that out. But I like the way they showed it. They didn't do a lot of exposition on their part. They did enough through the movie, enough where it counted, and I like the way they did that. So the movie itself moved at a decent pace to me. It did kind of drag a little bit for it to be a 2-hour movie, but at the same time, it moved along. I am going to talk about that here in a second. So, long story short, this is the movie. This is synopsis of the movie. So, a Wonder Woman, of course, is in 1984. There were a few misplaced things like games and stuff that weren't actually made in 1984. People, y'all can be so petty. Who cares? Anyway, moving forward, of course, she still is, Mrs. Steve Trevor, which is understandable. It's the first man she met. And they her and Cheetah's character, Minerva, they kind of stuck kind of close to one of the storylines from the comics as far as them being actual cool friends or whatnot So her and Minerva, she's kind of trying to get Minerva to come out of her shell. And Cheetah's character is she's trying to play by Kristen Wiig, which she did wonderfully, by the way. She actually comes and she's trying to, hang out with Diana Prince. And it's kind of like the kind of quirky girl trying to hang out with the popular girl. That's the kind of feel I got from it. I kind of liked it because Gal Gadot is so confident in this movie. And then you see Kristen Wiig kind of build from going from that quirky person to, I know what I'm doing, I'm smart, I'm confident, and I'll explain why in a minute. So they come across this stone, which ends up being basically a monkey's paw at the end of the day. If you don't know what a monkey's paw is, please go look it up or do some reading, guys. It's basically a wishing thing. But the thing about a monkey's paw is when you wish on it, you get your wish, but the downside of it is the thing that's most important to you, or a thing that is important to you, is basically gradually taken away. So that's how this wishing stone works. So they have the wishing stone. Cheetah wishes to be more like Diana. Now she doesn't know at this point that she's Wonder Woman. And Diana, subconsciously, she doesn't even say it outside. She basically wishes for her love to be back, which of course is Chris Pine's character, Steve Trevor. And he comes back, but he's like in another guy's body. And at first I didn't catch it. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But his soul is in another guy's body. But Diana does recognize him from the things that he does say to her. The whole watch thing that he gave her, all of that she saved all these years. Anyway, moving forward, you start to see Kristen Wiig's Cheetah start to get more confident. Like I was telling you before, she starts to, wear more fitting clothes. She starts to believe in herself. It's just a nice little transformation from her being a scared, timid little woman that needed a little bit of protection. What's up, cuz? And so we move forward, and so we meet Maxwell Lord, who's basically a big-time businessman, but he's kind of a con artist at the same time, and basically he's reached the end of his rope with the whole oil thing. And he's been looking for this stone for a while. He kind of makes good with Cheetah's character, and basically, I wish I would have done her hair earlier. Right, yeah, I do wish they would have done her hair. Hey, don't do her like that, man. They had to make it seem like they had to show a progression. But so basically, she actually leads him to the stone, and he wishes that he was the stone. So the thing about this is, while he's being a businessman, he's also trying to be a dad, and he's kind of pushing his son to the side to make these things happen. He's trying to explain to his son, hey, when I'm gonna be number one, this, that, and the other. And so with him becoming the stone itself, he's having people make wishes, kind of nudging them along to make a wish, and he's taking things from them. He's like, oh, if you want this, well, in return, I'll take your oil. So he's making himself rich, but at the same time, what he's not realizing is the wish did have an effect on him. It's stealing his health from him. So that was the crazy thing on his. Now, Diana is not immune to this, even though she does have Steve Trevor back. She slowly but surely starts losing her powers, and you start to notice this in one of the Act 1 fights with Maxwell Lord. So that was pretty that was pretty interesting in itself to see her trying to still fight and do all of these things. But make sure y'all share the video, guys. I appreciate everybody in here. Please share the video. I appreciate it. It definitely helps out. But yeah, while she's losing power, Christian Weir's character Minerva is actually gaining power the entire time, and it's actually pretty cool to see them clash off because she's kind of learning herself, and she actually bests Diana in their first encounter, and she actually protects Maxwell Lord. She doesn't want to go back to who she was, so she's gonna protect him at all costs at this point. She's not the full-fledged cheetah at this point, but I think they did a good job with actually not going to the whole cheetah god and all of that stuff, and actually including Maxwell Lord. What's up, Cole? Nicole. So I definitely like the way that was written. I definitely like the whole Steve Trevor. I even like the way Wonder Woman. That's what we're talking about right now. So I even like the way that they showed how the invisible jet came to be. That was pretty cool to me. Again, the visuals with the firecrackers and all of that, and then actually going over the clouds and seeing everything. Is Diana bulletproof? Okay. In some iterations she is, Jeremy. In some iterations she is, but mostly from what I've seen in the comics and even in live showings, she's just so fast she blocks them with her wristbands. So when she was getting hit, it was kind of like, it was just kind of showing the progression of her not being fast enough. I believe that her speed was kind of dwindling, and she was actually getting hit. So the invisible jet was actually pretty nice, and it actually made sense that they were invisible on the inside. If you guys are old enough to remember the Super Friends, you remember Wonder Woman jumping in her invisible jet, but she wasn't invisible, so it looks really weird, looks like this outline, and she's like in this invisible jet. I like the way they did it this way a lot better. But I got you, Fred. So in any case, if you've seen the first movie, y'all know when she hits her bracelets together, that's one of her more powerful moves, and she does this against Cheetah's character, and she just blows right through it. And she, like I said, she basically bests Diana. So moving past that part, Maxwell Lord is trying to find a way to keep his health. He's basically getting people to grant wishes to keep his health at this point. He's trying to survive at this point. He's done trying to be rich because he's got a lot of it. But of course, he's a power hungry guy at this point. He comes from a not so great beginning, so he's still trying to get as much power as possible. And while all of that is going on, him and Minerva link up, and basically she says she doesn't want to be like Diana anymore. She makes another wish, and he grants it, which is to be an apex predator, which he makes her a cheetah. Apex predator, blah, blah, blah. All right, so moving forward, we get to the third act, and this is where, what's up, Sharika? What's up, Victoria? What's up, classmate? Y'all make sure y'all share the video. Appreciate y'all joining. So the third act is where they lose me. The first and the second act were decent for me. And anybody that's trying to compare this to Captain Marvel, please stop, because Captain Marvel is meh at best the whole movie. Stop it. So this has character growth. This has very good writing. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that right now. So moving forward, we get to the third act, and this is the standoff. And this is what I don't understand. So Diana realizes she has to reject her wish. A snow leopard. That's fair. But yeah, so Diana has to reject her wish, basically saying goodbye to Steve Trevor forever this time, in order to get her powers back. She does that, and you get this scene. It kind of reminded me of Hancock when he starts to try to get away from the lady to get his powers back. It kind of reminded me of that whole thing. I think Miss Jenkins kind of lifted that right out of that movie, but it's okay. I liked this. I liked how they showed all of that. And so she goes to get this armor that she talks about in the beginning of the movie. I'm not going to go over that, but the armor posed the issue for me, because I didn't understand if she was getting her powers back, why she needed the armor. It looked good, but it didn't make sense story-wise. I get that she mentioned it, but I feel like if she was going to get the armor, she shouldn't have gotten her powers back immediately. She should have, like, let's say, still reluctantly not wanted to wish Steve away or rescind her wish, and then she got the armor to basically put her on the same level as Cheetah. That's not what happened. She already had rescinded her wish, and then she went and got the armor. So you're fully powered, and then you have the armor. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? So I definitely was confused about. Like I said, the third act is what really lost me. Why get the armor if you got your powers already? Cheetah really did show her speed. Now, if you don't know, in the comics, Cheetah is like maybe the 6th or 7th fastest person outside of the Flashes and Superman. She's actually ranked by one of the writers over Wonder Woman. So they really did show her speed, and where Wonder Woman had to use the wings in order to protect herself, this, that, and the other. But guys, honestly, man, most of that fight you saw in the previews, and it, I said it on one of our nerd groups, and I'm gonna say it again, man. The first 2 Chicken and Peter fights from Family Guy were way better than this fight between Cheetah and Wonder Woman. And like I said, this is where they lost me. What's up, Shirley? Make sure y'all share the video, y'all. But that's where they lost me, man. They did this terrible fight, right? It was like 30 seconds. The first encounter was way better. I expected a lot more out of her meeting up with Cheetah full power at the end. And like I said, man, I can watch Peter and all the chicken fights. I will rank all of them, even the more mundane ones. I would rank all of them over this fight between Cheetah and Diana at this point. So moving forward, she beats Cheetah. Y'all let y'all watch that. I had to see it. Y'all got to see it. Let y'all watch that, how that ended up. And she moves on to the big boss, which is Maxwell Lord. He's gaining power. All these people are making wishes. He's gaining more and more power. And Diana basically uses the truth lasso in order to basically show him the truth and show the other people that are making wishes the truth. I'll let y'all discern how that worked out. It was kind of cheesy to me. Again, I said this in a nerd group, and I'll say it again because it's my quote and I can say it. It wasn't government cheesy, but it wasn't Sargento cheesy. It wasn't the good cheesy. I'll say it was like maybe the Kroger, not the 4 cheese Kroger, because that's actually pretty good, but like that the Parmesan Kroger cheese. That's what it was. So it was like right in between, guys. I Miss Jenkins, very cheesy, right? The end was so cheesy. Miss Jen, I love the way she writes her stories. I love the visuals. I love the way she goes all out with all these visuals, and the message behind both the Wonder Woman movies were absolutely wonderful. I love the message behind everything. But guys, she has to do better on these third acts. She loses me every single time on these third acts, man. And so I will say this. It's not better than the first one. But it's not what people are saying. It's not the most horrible thing ever. You're not going to waste 2 hours. You might waste about 30, 45 minutes. What's up, Terrell? What's up? What's up, sis? You're not gonna waste 2 hours. You might waste about 30, 45 minutes though. I ain't gonna tell you no story. But it's what's the best way to describe this? It's like waiting in line, and you have all of this anticipation. You're waiting in line for a roller coaster ride. You get on the roller coaster ride, and it starts raining, and they're like, okay, guys, we got to get off the ride until it stops raining. That's what it felt like at the end of this movie. What's up, Gina? That's what it felt like. Make sure y'all share the video. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I love y'all, guys. I appreciate it. It was hog-head cheese. Okay. I could go with that. I could go with that. But like I said, I definitely... I had the anticipation. I loved everything leading up to the roller coaster ride, and then we got rained on. We got rained on right before we were able to enjoy the actual roller coaster ride. So that's how I feel about the movie. I definitely wouldn't give it over a 7, but I'm not gonna give it below a 5. So I would still say it's in my book. I would say it would be a certified fresh cup of coffee, but I'm not gonna give it the slack that everybody's giving it. It's not that terrible. What's up, Whitney? So moving on, because we had to talk about it, guys. We had to talk about Wonder Woman 84. We had to. If you missed out, love you guys. We're not gonna go back over it right now, but please check it out on my YouTube channel. It will be on the YouTube channel tomorrow morning. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe if you're not already there. So moving forward, 2 movies that Disney dropped this past week. The first one that dropped a little bit earlier last week was The Safety. Now, I gotta be honest with you, the first time I seen it, I thought it was maybe an older movie or something like that. What's up, May? What's up, Marcus? So I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I think I've done seen this movie before, or it sounds familiar. I'm looking at the description. I'm like, this sounds so familiar. I've seen this somewhere before. I've seen it because I saw it when it came on Oprah. Yes, sometimes I watch Oprah. Get over it. Anyway, so so you missed Wonder Woman 84 discussion. You did miss the new Mortal Kombat movie and suggestions on what to watch to lead up to this. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Check it out on YouTube tomorrow. I will be posting tomorrow morning, so check that out. But right now, we are heading into The Safety. And The Safety, guys, it's a really good movie, guys. I would definitely check it out twice. I'm not even going to say at least once, twice. It can be a tearjerker, guys. It can be a tearjerker. I will say this. You might want to blame it on your allergies. You might want to blame it on the dust in your house. But it pulls some heartstrings. So, short synopsis of what's going on in this movie. We have a young man who is a student athlete. He gets a scholarship. He goes to school to try to better his life. He comes from a rough neighborhood. And we find out that his brother has been kind of fending for himself because their mom got arrested and now she's in a rehab program. You love a good cry. Yeah, go ahead and check it out though, really. So we find out his mom, is basically trying to better herself at this point, which is a good thing. She's trying to better herself. They think it's only going to be 30 days. So you know what Ray does? Ray actually, which is the main character, he takes Famar, which is his little brother, and he actually hides him in the dorms, and he actually takes care of him for basically those 30 days. Through some hijinks, his team finds out on maybe about the last day or so, and he basically said, that's cool. He's going to go back tomorrow anyway. That's cool. And so his mom lets them know, you know what? I'm doing well, but I want to make sure that this time when I'm out for good. So this is going to take a little more time. So Ray makes the hard decision to still keep taking care of him with the help of his coach, kind of nudging him in the right direction, kind of saying, hey, I'll support you because we're family. And we find out that this Clemson football team is like way more. They take this whole team thing to another level, which I've seen this before myself on different teams, fraternities and things of that nature. It's more than just, okay, you're joined on the team and after this is over with, this is as far as it goes. They really treat their players like family. And so the coach, go ahead and says, hey, you know what, we'll support you in whatever decision you make. He makes the decision to go ahead and take his brother in. They get him an apartment off campus so they don't have to sneak around the dorms. And the community starts to help him. They see what he's attempting to do. The community starts to help him. And of course, the NCAA, I'll just say the people, they actually try to say that he's basically taking endorsements and whatnot. And they basically kind of put him in a position where he has to choose between being a football player and taking care of his brother. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending and how all of that goes. I definitely want you guys to check it out. But I will say this. What's up, cuz? I will say this. It is definitely a good movie. It's definitely well written. I like the pacing. Because at first I saw it and it said the runtime was like 2 hours. And I'm like, man, I am not finna sit through this. it goes by pretty fast. So it has some nice pacing. It has some nice life lessons. Guys, check it out. Check out The Safety. The next movie that Disney Plus dropped on Christmas, which seems to be doing way better than Wonder Woman 84. Y'all know my opinion on it at this point. Was Soul. Now, I gotta be honest. Sorry, honey. I gave you a shout out and everything. But guys, I gotta be honest with you. I expected Soul to be decent, to be honest with you, but it was really good. Jamie Foxx is voicing the main character Joe. We got Tina Fey voicing 22, and then we even got Felicia Rashad and Angela Bassett sounding very distinguished in this movie. We got all of them, and they actually do a wonderful job. And yeah, Soul was definitely exceptional. It took me by surprise like Inside Out did. It took me by surprise like what's the other one? Was Zootopia? Zootopia took me by surprise, and Soul definitely took me by surprise, guys. I thought it was gonna be decent. Right, I thought it was gonna be decent, but I definitely watched this like 4 times over the weekend. I'm not gonna fib to you guys. I watched it like 4 times. Basic synopsis, man. Most of you have seen it, but and I am gonna do a separate video for it, so I'm not gonna go over too much over it as of right now. But we got Joe Gardner, who's at this point a band teacher, a stand-in band teacher, acting band teacher at this point. He just gets his envelope that says he's permanent full-time, but he has aspirations to be a jazz player. He's really good. He's a really good pianist, and he's trying to get his gigs going on, and he's kind of following in the steps of his dad. His dad kind of introduced him to jazz, and he kind of holds on to that very dearly. And his mom doesn't really believe in it. She's kind of pushing him to go ahead and take the job. Hey, this is steady pay. You don't have to keep chasing these gigs, blah, blah, blah. He finally gets an audition thanks to a student he had before, and he definitely impresses the person that's over everything, and he finally gets his shot at being in gigs, and he dies. And that's where everything kicks off. Like, he finally gets his opportunity, and he dies. And through a whole bunch of hijinks, he gets linked up with 22, who is a soul who doesn't want to live. So they are like in the super different places. Like, he doesn't want to die, she doesn't want to live on Earth, and it's a clash of kind of finding a reason why to live and trying to find your purpose in life. It's a really good movie, guys. Check it out 4 or 5 times just to get all of the messages that are in there. It's not just about finding your purpose. It's a lot of things that are in this movie. And like I said, it is it's very to me it's pretty deep for a Disney Pixar movie. Which Pixar doesn't really miss, man. Cars 2 and 3 maybe, but they don't really miss. So I don't know why I didn't expect this to be good. Anyway, moving forward, Soul was very, very, very good. Now, Power. This last episode of Power, Jesus Christ, man. We are gonna be in for interesting one this Sunday with I believe this is the season finale. I'm kind of mad that it's only 10 episodes, but I saw I can't even say it's the mid-season finale because they already had that. They already had the break. But yeah, I'm seeing season finale on a lot of these previews for it. Not okay with it just being 10 episodes, but maybe they didn't think that they would get the watching. Stars didn't think they were going to get the watching without Amari Hardwick. But in any case, they are moving forward with Book 2 Ghosts, and that's fair. That's fair. I don't disagree. That's definitely fair. 10 episodes in the pandemic. That's fair. But still, I'm sorry. I expected more. My apologies. But in any case, this last episode was pretty decent. We see Tyreek trying to get over the whole thing with Kane. Kane is basically knocking off Monet's corner guy, so he can take over. Kane is man, he's being a character at this point. And then you see Tyreek is actually caught between a rock and a hard place because he needs more money. 2Bits is demanding more money, and he doesn't have it. And Monet doesn't have the product he needs. So he turns to actually, Monet actually gives him coke to sell to move because they got product from the dude that they killed in a few episodes back. So in any case, they're trying to get that out of the way. He shows Braden. Braden is actually excited about the whole thing. He gives him the idea to hook up with Effie because, of course, Effie is good at moving coke. I mean, she's just good at it. So in any case, he does actually hook up with Effie. He's actually 100% straight with Braden. Braden is kind of back on his side, but I think he still has a little bit of trust issues with him. So they're moving forward. Effie does let him know, hey, I get it. She's kind of trying to tell him, I understand you, even if I can't trust you, even if I don't know when to trust you, I do understand you. So he gets the money from there. However, he does use the money in order to intercept a witness, which is a stripper that used to, actually bring her kid to his mom. So she was actually gonna lie on the stand and put Tyreek in a very compromising position. She was like, and she was like, hey, I wish I could just have enough money to just run. And he basically, the money that he was gonna get a 2-bit, he actually took that money, gave it to her, and she actually does not show up to court. That was a twist. So Sax and Method Man's character, yeah, you got to. So Sax and Method Man character had conspired. They went to this girl's house. They already had the story ready. They're gonna put Tyreek on the stand. So basically Sax is trying to let one fish go to catch a bigger fish, basically. And him and Method Man are conspiring, and it just falls apart. So now their partnership has fallen apart because he actually thinks that Method Man's character has actually, or Davidson has actually said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna screw you on the stand. So he basically says, you know what, I'm gonna call Tyreek to the stand. So Tasha, of course, is afraid because we know at this point Tyreek, he actually did it. So he's being called to the stand. So Sax is gonna screw over Davidson one way or another, and he's been given the choice to take down Davidson. Changing during the scene. Man, no, it was on point because he was finna take her out the game. So yeah, Tyreek does go to this girl's house to kill her. He does do that because right after the conversation with Effie, where she's like, we're both monsters, and he's like, no, I'm not a monster. She's like, accept it. And he's accepting it at this point. He goes to the house to kill her, but he gives her the money instead. He gives her the money to move and pulls a ghost. He actually pulls a ghost. We've seen ghosts give people money to disappear, and that's basically what he did. And he actually goes to Monet. And he's, letting her know, hey, I don't have the money because I had to help my mom. And yeah, I don't disagree, Clarissa. Like, he's really the driving force behind, of course, while I'm watching this right now. I thought Tasha was going to probably be the standout, but Tyreek is definitely the standout character in this story. And he definitely has range because, like my homie Meg said, the way his face changed from when he was finna kill her to, oh, I can just pay you to leave, I'm gonna do that. It was crazy, and it was like you said, it was definitely on point. Anyway, moving forward through the story here. So we have that going on. We have Monet finding out about her nephew and the teacher, and that's crazy in itself. She actually shows up at this lady's office like, hey, look, don't be giving him no more advice that we ain't asked you for. So she kind of spoofs her out a little bit. And because the teach does agree to kind of help the police a little bit here by keeping everything, keeping the police from kind of interrogating just the black kids. That was a whole nother thing that they were gonna just inquire from people of light background. That was weird in itself, but she kind of helps out by kind of intervening. And in the meantime, we got Jabari trying to act like he's holier than thou. Everybody is talking about different characters. Jabari, I cannot stand that guy. I just the whole show, the whole series, since the series started, this guy is just he's on my ish list. But anyway, he's trying to act like he's right. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So Zeke, yeah, Meg. So Zeke goes to Monet and is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to tell him what I know about everything. And man, Monet's kind of like, sit it's down somewhere. Like, she's just like, no, I got this. And so in any case, Monet spooks the teacher. She knows what's going on between her and Zeke. And she's like, look, if something happens, or something gets out about my family, don't worry about it. I got you. So it is what it is. She don't want no smoke with Monet. Anyway, Tyree goes to Monet and he's basically like, hey, I had to help my mom out. I gave the money to this witness. I'm sorry. I betrayed you all, this, that, and the other. Monet pulls a gun. Everybody like, calm down. Tell her you gonna get the money. Meanwhile, we got Rico outside ready to shoot the place up. They're trying to take Monet out the game, get a new distro. What's up, George? Appreciate you joining in. Make sure y'all share the video. Kane is actually trying to warn them about what's going on because of the thing that's going on between Tyreek and Monet. She doesn't see the phone ringing. The place gets shot up. Unfortunately, Drew gets shot in the dumbest way possible. Look, what's up, Cavius? What's up, Fred? In the dumbest way possible. Now, that was the only thing that I was just like, really, bro? Look, I know this man has been in shootouts before from his background. He ran straight up. He just gets shot out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, like, for real? But anyway, he gets shot. Monet blames Kane, asking him why he wasn't there. And I'm like, yo, didn't you just tell him to get lost? Like, in the very last episode, didn't you just tell him to get lost? Why are you asking him what? But he did try to warn them. He did try to get there. He just was a little late. And she basically brushes him off. She wasn't in the headspace to hear what Kane had to say. Kane calls Monet's mistress. Is that what he is? Side guy? Anyway, calls the cop that his side guy. And he's like, hey, you got to help me. This, that, and the other. And basically, he tells me, hey, Tyreek's not my issue anymore. Get lost. And same thing Monet told him. Get lost. And man, he has a gun on Kane, but man, this is the rule. I'm gonna give y'all a free game. If a person ever has a gun on you, or you're gonna pull a gun on somebody, never be in arm's length. That's just not a smart thing to do. In any case, Kane turned around, punches the guy, shoots the guy dead. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, he was hurt. He was definitely hurt. He tried to be there. He was definitely hurt. But anyway, shoots the guy dead, and that's the end of that officer. And now Kane is more so on the run than ever. Now, back to Tyreek. Tyreek has to deal with Sachs calling him to the stand. He's been subpoenaed to be a witness, and basically they're setting him up for failure. He calls, and I cannot remember her name right now. I will get her name for the next review, but the lawyer that Tasha had in the beginning, he calls her. She says, hey, give me $1. I got you covered, but you got to tell me everything. And he basically admits to her, hey, I killed my dad. It is what it is, and I'm not going to let my mom go to jail for something I did. But I think to be honest, I think she's better than Sachs. And I think she's better than Davidson, to be honest with you, because I think Davidson is too far in his head. Tamika, thank you, Meg. You are awesome. Tamika is her name. And I think she's better than both of them because Davidson is too far on just being on a high profile case. And Sachs is just not the smartest tool in the bunch. He's decent, but But yeah, and Tamika, she actually figured out what was going on very first episode. She knew what was going on with Tasha. That's why she got fired from being Tasha's lawyer, and Davidson got hired. However, that being stated, with her being as smart as she is, now she's on the opposite end, and she's going to cause problems for Davidson and Saxe. I think they're going to come out on top at the end of this season because of Tamika, and she's going to be the string to hold them together in court. Now, that being stated, what's going to happen with 2-Bit or what's going to happen with Kane? I don't know. I think we might see something interesting happen at the end of the season with those two guys, because they are definitely two loose cannons, and I just really don't know. The good news is Braden is back on Tyreek's side, and well, for the most part, I would say about 80%, because he was he basically gave it straight up to him what was going on, told him, hey, look, we're not finna fight. I'm gonna give it to you straight up, listen or don't. So I kind of respect Tyreek for that, and I respect Braden more so for listening. In any case, you said Clarissa, who you talking about? Who you think is dead before the next season? Monet? Oh yeah. Hey, he had a burgundy Easter suit on. Then I think he gonna lie on the stand too. I think he's gonna, and I think the way his character is set up, the way he's learning. You think Tamika gonna die? Dang, that's tough. I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I think Tyreek is gonna do the same thing 2-Bit did to Saxe and make him look like a fool in court. And of course, Saxe is just, he's not a terrible character, but he is one of the dumbest. Anyway, moving forward. So we got all of this going on. We got, we got Zeke in his headspace. We got Monet in her headspace right now. We got Kane in his headspace, 2-Bit wanting his money, and Tyreek. So we got to wrap all of these. Well, not all of them, because of course, a few going to be left open. But we got to wrap a lot of these threads up in this very next episode, and I'm interested to see how that's going to happen. Clarissa, I hope you're not right. It can happen. I wouldn't be surprised, because this is Power after all. But but Tate is a sleeper. However, nobody trusts Tate. Nobody trusts him. But I don't disagree. He is a sleeper at this point. But at this point, he has everything he wants. So I don't know how he would play into it. With Ghost dying, he pretty much has everything he wants at this point. But I wouldn't be mad at that, man. Jabbar, he's just doing too much. He using people. He just doing too much, and he got this whole holier than thou complex. I'm not okay with that. But guys, what are some other things y'all think may happen in Power? Because like I said, some of the theories that I'm seeing right here in the comments, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but story wise, I don't know how that would help. I think the coolest thing about Power in the last series was it seemed like almost nobody was safe. So you may be right. I think shows that don't have a ton of plot armor, where it seems like, maybe just the main character, maybe just Tyreek is safe at this point, but nobody else is pretty much safe. I definitely enjoy those type of. What's up, Antoine? What's up, brother? I think those are some of the best shows that have been out. Like The Walking Dead, up until they started just doing it for shock factor, it kind of had an up and down thing for me. But the fact that nobody was safe on this show, Game of Thrones, up until of course the last season, nobody's safe. And I think a lot of people actually invest and like those type of shows where nobody is safe. So and Power is really no different. A lot of people aren't safe. Speaking of Power, one thing I want to address, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Tasha keep playing this whole victim role on when Ghost started cheating on me and when Ghost started doing this to me and he was infidelity. Wasn't she cheating on him like the very first episode of the very first season? Like, what, with his driver? Like, to watch it one time. Okay, I can feel that. I can feel that. Just binging it. I kind of like watching it one by one, just to be honest. Binging is not my cup of tea. I will on a pretty decent show, but I kind of like the week by week thing that they've been doing. Especially like with Disney Plus, that the week by week thing they've been doing. Hulu does it as well, week by week. Of course, the Starz app is doing it, and I don't know if HBO Max is gonna do it that way after a while, but we always know that Netflix normally just drops everything at once. But in any case, back to what I was saying. Yeah, Tasha keep playing this whole victim role, but I remember Angela being in the picture, but Ghost wasn't cheating on her till later on, cheating on her, I guess I would say. But yeah, Tasha was like cheating on him the very first episode, and she just wanted that life, and she set up her boo for failure. Like, she be acting like she just this innocent person that just been getting a bad boo out. Right. So she just be acting like she just this innocent person, and she can be pretty trash, except for when it comes to Tyreek. She's a pretty trash person, man. Man. I ain't nobody forgot Tasha, man. Don't be trying to be sympathetic and telling the, like, cause I got this part from when she was kind of telling the girl that Davison is cheating on his wife with, that was helping him, his assistant that quit by the end of the episode. She was kind of telling her, you know, yeah, I know what it's like, and when he just started cheating on me, I did A, B, and C, and I'm like, really, bro? Really? Anyway, Tasha, I could trip you the next time I see you. You stick to your 3LW days. You stop that. You stop that line. You're not innocent in this. Right, exactly, bro, exactly. I had to address it before I let y'all go, man. I'm finna let y'all go, but I had to address that part, man. Tasha is, yeah, she is just really playing this victim, man. Whew. That irks me on so many levels. The people that know me know why, but that irks me on so many levels that she was the one that started off on all of this. And also, Ghost was trying to get out that life, and all she wanted to do was, I want to just have the money. I want to be in this life. Why are you trying to start a club? Why are you trying to get up? She just wasn't. Anyway, Tasha's a trash person. Period. Anyway. Moving forward, guys, please inbox me, Katrina. I have been trying to find that movie Arch Enemy. I have not been able to find a good stream on it. No. All right, George, man, chill. Make sure y'all share the video. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I have been trying to find Arch Enemy. I haven't been able to find a good stream for it. Also, for those who have seen Monster Hunter, I will be doing my very best to go ahead and get a good stream of that, so I can let y'all know the good, the bad, and the ugly on that movie. Has a lot of nice people in there. It's like it's Tony Jaa in there, T.I.'s in there, and Mila, the girl that's on Resident Evil, which, by the way, Resident Evil is being rebooted, so y'all stay tuned for news on that. But you're so very welcome, Clarissa. But yeah, make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Drink more coffee. I appreciate everybody who has donated. I appreciate everybody who comes in and shares the videos. Everybody who subscribed. Share it to other people. Grab somebody else's phone and just subscribe on their phone. That's cool with me too. But in any case, it's been your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee. I'll be in the comments here very soon. I'll drop those links off with the Mortal Kombat and the Superman and Lois. Anything else that I find, I will be actually tagging you guys to it. I definitely appreciate all my caffeine addicts. I think that's what I'm gonna call you guys. I appreciate you, my day one people. All my caffeine addicts, I appreciate all y'all. And y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all pray for each other through this crazy year. We're almost at the end of it. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good one. Bye.